Mel Harris, Garbage Man Piper, coming to you from the studio today. Just the camera. Bugsy and I are out on the back patio chilling. Gonna chooch a long dog. This is a Grand Habano, Connecticut. Got to shoot a box of 20 of these. Pretty dang good price on Pipes and Cigars. We're clearing them out. It's one of my brother's favorite cigars, so it kind of got me hooked. I've smoked them a few times, but thought we would chooch up. And I think we're out of juice. Well, I will say this. I by no means know anything about cigars. All I really know is every now and then I got a hankering where I want to smoke one and just change up the process a little bit. It's windy out here. I'm sure you can tell my hair's probably blowing around. It is a really nice afternoon here in El Paso, up on the mountain. It was hot. It was about 96 today. It's still, God, it says it's 95, but in the shade on the patio, it's been nice. Since I haven't smoked a lot of cigars, I lean towards a Connecticut leaf wrapped cigar, just because I don't want to get the big nick hit. If I'm going to smoke like a CAO 660 flathead, I like take 2 weeks to work my way up to one of those. Yeah, I'm pretty much a lightweight. When you smoke a lot of Virginias and vapors, you really don't have that nicotine tolerance much. I know it dropped. My nicotine tolerance went up when I was smoking the Samuel Galwis Brown number 4. That'll help you get your nicotine levels up. You can actually do a retro hell on this. That's how hard the wind's blowing. Blew my ash right off the front. Probably wasn't the best idea to, so we're just gonna smoke it crooked now for a while. This week's been a bit of a challenge. Just have felt under the weather. You know, we saw Pops this last weekend, and come Monday, I just didn't want to get out of bed. Just work was a chore all week long, just getting through it, just not feeling well. I went to the doctor this morning, and looks like we've got an underlying infection. So got me a prescription and got to get to feeling better. We're supposed to go to Albuquerque to see Willie Baby. That's Gay's son. If I'm not up to par, she may be going solo. I'm not sure what we're doing. can see in the back, all this green. We moved this window from one side of the patio where the kitchen is over here so that we could block that in and redo the whole kitchen. That was, shoot, that's been a year and a half ago. So I'm just now getting, what I'm doing is I'm doing cedar siding. I'm just lap siding some cedar boards. Still need to finish the pine poles. Just projects, lots of little projects. Want to try and get this patio wrapped up this weekend, or not this weekend, but this summer. Let me give you a quick shot of my view. The city's out that way, down the hill. That's where all the lowlanders are. Just really enjoying it here. Having deer around and whatnot, it's just too cool. Oh well. You know, this is just a really nice, enjoyable cigar. It's not overly thick. It's easy to handle. Fits in the mouth well. Nice draw. No heavy flavors. I would just liken it to more of a Virginia Perique blend. Nice peppery retrohale. Made in Honduras. So I got me a crud load of them, so I guess we'll get out and enjoy them periodically. Bug me. Let me show you guys his foot. Little bit of a disclaimer on this. Bugman's going in for an operation July 1st. Come here, boy. Here. So you can see the growth of that pad right there. I mean, at this point, it's to where he can't even walk on it. We have been watching it, going back and forth to the doctors over the last 2 months, just trying to see, is it growing, is it not growing, and by God, it's growing. So we're just going to see how much of the tissue can be saved. But he's walking around tripod now. He doesn't want to put weight on it. But I'll tell you, I was going to take you and show you him chasing the ball. He would grab that. He just full-fledged runs across the yard with that foot if he's chasing a ball. That's for dang sure. So that being said, you know, his lifespan isn't over by any means. They just have been very hesitant about his age and a long surgery, but this guy's, he's a stud. Oh, bug me. I am struggling to keep an ash on this. I usually try to keep the ash on there as long as possible. It seems sometimes when that ash goes away, it changes a little bit of the character of the cigar. But it is what it is. We're going to get out here and enjoy a cooler afternoon in El Paso. sunshine's going nuts. I think I was listening to Old Soul Ben talking about. No, it wasn't. He did a cigar review, and I picked up a couple of those. It was Tim at Cigars Daily was talking about the cadence of cigar smoking and how to keep it. See, this one's leveled out. How to keep it burning even. And you want to try and do that because the cigar was designed to smoke even, therefore getting the flavors evenly to burn together. When you get it burning off center, normally that could be from just chooching on it too much. He was saying that a good cadence for a cigar is a puff every 30 seconds, which would allow the flame and the ember to catch up with each other. But I've not been one to go by the book. Definitely a much more mellow cigar. Of course, it is a Connecticut wrapper, which means it is going to be much more mellower than a Maduro. There we go. My ash is gone again. Well, it's saving on the ashtray for dang sure. So anyhow, just feel like I've been walking through mud this week. Don't get me wrong, I'm getting things done, but it's just an effort. Instead of just going on through your day, you're just making yourself go. A little bit slower paced video than I normally do. I don't know why. I gotta always strip off these things. I don't like the wrapper on there. Somebody told me one time etiquette would be if you were in a cigar shop that you would take the label off of your cigar as to not um, bring attention to maybe a higher end quality cigar that you may be smoking off of maybe a cheaper blended cigar somebody else was smoking. If you took the wrapper off and you're in a group of people, no one would even really know unless they asked you. We're moving the pipe meetup from July 4th. It's the first Thursday of every month where the guys come over. We're moving it to June 3rd July 3rd. We're going to go back in time and do it. No, July 3rd because 4th of July. I've been working with one guy to come visit. He's an avid cigar smoker, but I was talking to him yesterday actually at a trade show. And he wants to start pipe smoking. He actually came to me, goes, dude, have you seen Father of the Flame yet? And I went, well, I know it's out, and actually I've been meaning to, but no, I haven't. I got an idea what it's about. Wow, he says, that was amazing. I watched it back on a flight from New York. he said it was the weirdest thing. He says I was in Washington D.C. and it seems I just came across a group of guys that met, like during the day, they just all meet and smoke a pipe, a nice group of guys, and kind of started talking to him a little bit. And then he goes, I go to New York, find another, group of people that are just enjoying smoking the pipe. So he's stoked about learning how to smoke pipe. So I'm going to work on doing the best we can that he doesn't get the pitfalls that I did, where I walk around for 3 months with tongue bite, my tongue wrapped up in an ace bandage. Hmm. Just getting some nuttiness and almost like a Hershey's chocolate, not a sweet chocolate, but just that kind of bitter chocolate on the retro hell. Hmm. Normally, I can't taste anything from the smoke just by smacking my chops. It's always through retro hell, where I pretty much don't get anything at all. Or I've been doing the breath method that Mutton Chop talks about, where you'll draw in through your nose as you sip on the pipe, and then you'll push some smoke back through the pipe, and then you'll bring the smoke back in and then do a retrohale. Been trying to work on that without removing the pipe out of my mouth. And what normally happens is when on the retrohale, I end up putting some of the air through the pipe, which is cool because I'm actually getting the smoke off of the pipe, direct tobacco, which I actually enjoy more than I enjoy the smell or the retrohale. I just love that fresh burnt tobacco smell. I don't know that that works the same for a cigar or not, but well, listen, guys, the odds of this video loading at 18, you may never see it, but if it loads, you will. Garbage Man Piper saying, mellow sweet chicken. You all be safe out